In this chapter, Dr. Shepard provides a detailed overview of the key figures and social dynamics in the village of King's Abbot, setting the stage for the drama to come. He also has a series of encounters that deepen the mystery surrounding Mrs. Ferrars's death.
Before I continue with my sister Caroline, perhaps I should describe our local geography. Our village, King's Abbot, is much like any other. We're rich in unmarried ladies and retired military officers. Our chief recreation can be summed up in one word: gossip. There are only two houses of importance here: King's Paddock, which belonged to the late Mrs. Ferrars, and Fernley Park, owned by Roger Ackroyd. Ackroyd is, well, he's more like a country squire than any real country squire could be. Red-faced, genial, a successful manufacturer of wagon wheels. He is the life and soul of our village. When he was 21, he married a beautiful widow, Mrs. Patton. The marriage was short and painful. To put it bluntly, she was a dipsomaniac. She drank herself into her grave 4 years later, leaving behind her young son, Ralph Patton. Ackroyd never remarried. He raised Ralph as his own son, but the boy has been wild, a continual source of worry. Still, we're all very fond of Ralph in King's Abbot. He's a good-looking youngster. As I said, we love to gossip. Everyone noticed that Ackroyd and Mrs. Ferrars got on very well. After her husband's death, the intimacy grew. It was freely conjectured that she would become the next Mrs. Roger Ackroyd. There was a certain fitness to it. Both had lost their first spouses to alcohol. It seemed fitting they should find comfort in each other. But now, the kaleidoscope has been rearranged. From discussing wedding presents, we have been jerked into the midst of tragedy. With these thoughts, I went on my round. My mind kept returning to Mrs. Ferrars. Had she taken her own life? Surely she would have left a note. Women usually covet the limelight in such situations. When had I last seen her? Then I remembered. I saw her only yesterday, walking with Ralph Patton. I was surprised. I had no idea he was in King's Abbot. They were walking side by side, heads close together, she speaking very earnestly. It was at that moment, I think, that a foreboding of the future first swept over me. I was still thinking of it when I came face to face with Roger Ackroyd.
Shepard, just the man I wanted to get hold of. This is a terrible business.
You've heard then?
It's worse than you know. Look here, Shepard, I've got to talk to you. Can you come back with me now?
Hardly. I have patients to see. This evening, perhaps? I could dine with you at 7,030?
Yes, that will suit. 7,030.
What's wrong? Is it Ralph?
Ralph? Oh no, it's not Ralph. Ralph's in London. Damn, here's old Miss Gannett. I can't talk to her. See you tonight, Shepard. 7:30.
Ralph in London? But he was certainly here yesterday afternoon. Ackroyd spoke as though he hadn't been near the place for months. How strange.
Dr. Shepard, isn't it sad about poor dear Mrs. Ferrars? They're saying she was a confirmed drug taker for years, so wicked, but no smoke without fire. And did Mr. Ackroyd find out and break off the engagement? Because there was an engagement, I have proof. You must know all about it. But you doctors never tell, do you?
I simply congratulated Miss Gannett on not joining in ill-natured gossip. A neat counterattack, I thought. Before she could recover, I had passed on. I went home, thoughtful, to my surgery patients. I had just dismissed the last of them when I saw one more. Ms. Russell, Ackroyd's housekeeper. She is a tall, handsome, forbidding woman, a suggestion of cast iron about her.
Good morning, Dr. Shepard. I should be much obliged if you would take a look at my knee.
I did, but her account of vague pains was unconvincing. For a moment, I suspected she was here to pump me for information on Mrs. Ferrars, but she only made a brief reference to the tragedy. Still, she seemed disposed to linger.
Well, thank you very much for this bottle of liniment, Doctor. Not that I believe it will do the least good.
I don't think it will either.
I don't believe in all these drugs. They do a lot of harm. Look at the cocaine habit. It's very prevalent in high society. Just tell me this, doctor. Suppose you are really a slave of the drug habit. Is there any cure?
I gave her a short lecture on the subject, still suspecting she was after information. I mentioned veronal, but strangely, she didn't seem interested.
Is it true that there are certain poisons so rare as to baffle detection?
Ah, you've been reading detective stories.
Yes.
The essence of a detective story is to have a rare poison, perhaps from South America, that Western science is powerless to detect. That is the kind of thing you mean?
Yes. Is there really such a thing?
I'm afraid there isn't. There's curare, of course, but she seemed to have lost interest again. She asked if I had any in my poison cupboard, and I fancy I fell in her estimation when I said no. Soon after, she left. I should never have suspected Miss Russell of a fondness for detective stories.